This video tutorial is going to show you how to change ownership of a Google site and have it come under a new domain. If you're San Luis Coastal, you've been and piloting Google Apps for Educators, you've been using the slcusdk12.org domain for the Google Apps for Educators accounts. Google has now gone district-wide with slcusd.org. And so you're going to have to, the K-12 account's eventually going to go away. So you need to transfer your files and Google Sites and such over. So let's get started. First of all, I'd just like to thank Dan Hoskins at Los Osos Middle School for showing me how to do this. And I could change the ownership, but I couldn't go further than that and actually change the official domain of it. And I was really racking my brain, and he helped me out. So good job to Dan. Thank you, Dan. Let's go ahead and change my Steam site. So I'm logged in, slcusdk12.org. I no longer will have to log into that account to edit this site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the share. And I'm going to invite myself under my new account to be an owner. There it popped up. Not just to edit. I can actually make my new account the owner of the account. So I'm just going to go ahead, going to scroll down a little more and click send. And it gave me a little warning that it's going outside the district domain. It took a little while for it to pop up, but eventually you see that my SLCUSD account is the owner, and also my K-12 account is the owner. Now I'm going to log in using my slcusd.org account, but when I go to sites.google.com, I'm not going to see my Steam website because the domain is not going to change. And this is and thanks to Dan Hoskins, that we figured out how to change that as well. So initially, what's really important, you need to save the link that has the K-12 in it. So I'm just going to copy this, make sure I have it copied, and now I'm going to log out. So that was an important step because getting to the old site is a little tricky. So I'll sign out and log in as my new account. And here we go. And now, if you notice that the Steam, even though I'm the owner of the Steam site, when I go and log in to sites.google.com, I don't see it here. So what I need to do is put in the URL, or actually find the site, click enter. But when I arrive at the site, I type in the URL, I have editing rights, and I'm under my new account name. So in order not to have to do that, in order to have it just show up on that list, I'm going to copy the entire site and then have it come under the new account. So I'm going to click the gear, and I'm going to go to Manage Site and scroll down here, and I'm going to say copy this site. I'm going to just copy the whole thing. Got to give it a name. I have to give it a slightly different name. I'll call it Steam Resources. How about that? Steam Resources. I don't think I need the underscore there. I'll take that out and click copy. I'm going to include collaborators. I didn't have in page comments. I didn't have those, but I'll go ahead and leave that checked. So it's now creating a new site, and this new site's going to have the URL without the K-12 in it, and it'll pop up under my initial sites.google.com. So we'll just let this do its little magic here. So here it is, it popped up, and the URL doesn't have the K-12 in it. And this now is called Steam Resources. So hooray, hooray. So what I'm going to do now, so now that I know I have this, I can go ahead and delete the other site if I'd like to. So I'm going to open up a new tab for that. And remember, I copied the URL of the K-12 site. I'll put it in there. This is the K-12 one, and this is this new one. This one, I did have to change the name. I could change it back after I delete the old one. So that's the only difference. Steam Resources, and this one's just called Steam. Now, if I want to delete this site, so kids don't go to the wrong one, or I click Manage Site, And I scroll down here, and then there's the option to delete the site. And I'm just for testing purposes going to keep it up so I can do demo. And you might want to wait, make sure everything copied correctly, and check it out before you actually delete the old site. But if you keep that URL somewhere, or log in as your K12 account and delete the site, you can do it. You can do it that way as well. So I can log off the slcusd.org, log on slcusdk12.org, and delete the old Steam site if I want by going to Manage Site and delete this site. So that's how to transfer your account. So now when I go to sites, google.com, I see Steam resources right in there with all my other stuff. So that's good news.